Could Crash Bandicoot be back in 2019? Let's find out! What's up guys, Canadian Guy here, and back with a video talking about our favorite marsupial, Crash Bandicoot. Crash had made his epic comeback in the Insane trilogy and actually met with fairly critical praise. On PlayStation alone, Crash has sold over 4 million copies. And with the Xbox and Switch versions being just around the corner, the game could become an even bigger hit. What if I told you that there is evidence that Crash could be back sooner than we expected? In a previous video talking about Spyro's future, I talk about the fact that Crash and Spyro might be able to ping pong off each other year to year. 1 year Spyro, the next Crash, back to Spyro, then Crash again. The reason being that Vicarious Visions and Toys for Bob are like partners in crime when it came to the Skylander franchise and followed the same pattern. 1 year would be Toys for Bob making a Skylanders game, the next would be Vicarious Visions. Back to Toys for Bob, then again to Vicarious Visions. In Activision, this happens more than just the Vicarious Visions and Toys for Bob, but also Infinity Ward and Treyarch when it comes to the Call of Duty franchise. And since both Toys for Bob and Vicarious Visions are a part of the Activision banner, then this business practice is fairly common. This could definitely happen with Crash and Spyro because according to multiple news outlets, the Insane trilogy took Vicarious Visions a year and a half to make. If both titles follow a 2-year production time, this pattern works. However, I initially thought that Crash would not make a comeback till around 2020, and then the ping pong action would ensue then. But I might be wrong. Crash might be making a comeback in the 2019. Back in the beginning of February of 2018, in a previous article by GBI that was leaked and then taken down, it had stated that Crash was going to go multi-platform. This turned out to be correct, as during an old Nintendo Direct, the Switch Crash port was announced. Then of course, Xbox and PC were announced on the same day. So this leak was correct, but was shot down at the time because it was saying that Activision had a 5-year plan for Crash Bandicoot. This assumed that Vicarious Visions would be the ones to continue doing all the Crash games. And at the time, people thought the Vicarious Visions was going to do the Spyro remaster. How could there be enough time for both games to be done by the same company? Then, this article was disproven again when the Laura Kate Dale leak had said that Vicarious was doing the Spyro remaster. So, the GBI article leak was left long and forgotten by a lot of fans, until we found out that Spyro was being done by Toys for Bob. Now, I don't think Laura was technically wrong. Crash had received help from Toys for Bob during their production. So I'm thinking that Vicarious Visions might be helping Toys for Bob in terms of development. That's where the information could have gotten lost in translation. So now it's time to dig this article back up and take a peek at it. What a lot of people didn't realize is that right at the bottom here, it says that Crash Bandicoot has a new title coming out in 2019. Now, to a lot of you, this might be old news, but in a way, it's not, and some may not have even seen it. But with Spyro being out of the equation, and the fact that every other mention in this leak has been confirmed as true, the likelihood of the game coming in 2019 has a lot more evidence backing it. Also, Crash coming in 2019 lines up with my theory of there being a new game every 2 years. Crash got 3 games remastered, and that was in 2017. The 2019 release window lines up with the fact that they might be able to ping pong between Crash and Spyro. Now, it took them a year and a half to remaster all 3 original Crash Bandicoot titles. But another detail that I found out was that they only had 40 employees working on the game. 40! There are a total of 240 people at Vicarious Visions. Could they make one new title in 2 years with a full team backing it? Judging by their talent, I think they can. Thanks so much for watching. Cue the outro.